Hi everybody, I'm Stephanie Ray from BioRay, and this is Sam Braxton, also from BioRay, and today we're going to talk about how to make you and your children a prebiotic breakfast. So Sam, what do you know about yogurt, cultures, prebiotics, probiotics, like just as general?
I know a lot more about it now than I used to from working here, and I know that they're good for our gut flora.
They are, and they are also great for our brain. So when we have beneficial bacteria in the GI tract, we now have this really great highway for serotonin and dopamine to go from the GI tract to the brain, and those are our happy hormones. And so when we start the morning with a prebiotic breakfast, during the day, the other foods we eat mix with the prebiotics and make probiotics, things like broccoli, your fruits. And so what we're going to do this morning, or today, you're going to be making this for the morning, is we're going to show you how you can make a wonderful prebiotic breakfast in an easy to go cup that can be eaten in the car, or it's just fun to eat in the morning, and you can make this at night and then it's all ready to go in the morning. So first we start with some oats. Okay, so the organisms that are in the live cultures in our yogurts need something to activate on, and that's what the oats are for. The sugars are actually kind of the fermenter of everything and turn everything into a prebiotic. And what's going to be special about these morning cereals that we're making with yogurt and fruit is we're going to be adding belly mend and NDF tummy. So we're going to be amplifying the impact on that gut-brain axis. So, Sam, do you want to help me make some of these?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I love these jars. These jars come with lids. And so if you take one, so you were telling me that this is yours and Macy's favorite organic granola. It's a chocolate granola. I've got a cacao and quinoa granola, sprouted and gluten-free. So I'm going to be the gluten-free person.
Okay.
I'll be the gluten-free, dairy-free. You be the everything in it granola blend, okay?
Sounds good.
So you're going to give about, I would say, a quarter to a half an inch here on the bottom. Because it's really easy to overdo the granola, and then suddenly it's like, oh, I'm so full. And you want to give just, kind of to feel full, but not over full. And so you're going to take the whole organic yogurt and the thing that's important to know about your yogurt is that it says live cultures. So let's take a look, Sam. The ingredients in this cashew milk yogurt, it's unsweetened. It's a vanilla bean extract added for flavor. It contains cashew milk, tapioca starch, locust bean, coconut cream, vanilla beans, and live active cultures. And they are Thermophilus, Bulgaris, Acidophilus, Bifidus, Lactis, and Plantarum. So does yours say that it's got live probiotics as well?
It says, as for the ingredients, cultured, pastured, whole, organic milk. And that's all it has for ingredients.
Let's see. Here is where we are going to see live and active cultures. You've got Acidophilus, Bulgaricus, Thermophilus, Bifidus, and Paracasi. So the thing that Sam just illustrated for us is that it won't necessarily be in the ingredient profile. They're going to list you what live cultures it has somewhere else on the label. So that's really important because it's the live cultures that break down the granola activated by the sweet things, the fruit, and we're going to actually add a little bit of yogurt. honey, excuse me. We're gonna add a little bit of honey because we've got an unsweetened yogurt. So I like to cover the granola. You don't need it to be super high above the granola, but just covering it. So it's generally, I've always felt like it was about 4 tablespoons, and it seems like that's what I kind of just did. So this is the Forager brand. And now we're gonna take, so these are actually figs from my tree, organic figs. So I'm gonna take, Sam, what kind of fruit would you like? Do you want me to just cut some and then you can?
That would be great. I would love to try some of the figs from your tree. They look delicious. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put one there for you to try. And some strawberries.
I've never had fresh figs before.
Really?
Never. Delicious.
They are good. These are figs are very yin tonifying. So they add moisture to the body. And they're really good for the kidneys. They add kidney chi or kidney energy. So really great for active people. Oh, that went right down.
It's interesting to only have a processed fig as a reference for fig, and then to have an actual fig directly from someone's garden.
What do you notice?
The freshness of it. Yeah.
Do you notice a difference in the flavor?
There is a difference. I think the processed ones are more sweet. They probably put an added something in there.
Mm-hmm. So I made you some of those. Let's see. This is a really big fig. They come in all kinds of sizes too. It's kind of interesting and crazy how many. They're small, they're big. I mean, look at these. You know, and you've got your mambo jumbo ones here too. So you can add some raspberries to that too if you would like, to either one of those. So basically what we're doing right now is we're just putting a layer of fruit. And again, thinking about, is this enough for a meal? So, you know, for kids when they're really little, you want to give them a fist size is about what they can handle for a 1 year. Then 2 years can handle about 2 fists. I was taught, I don't know if that's a wives' tale or if that's true. I'm just saying that is not scientific. And so I've got figs as well, and I've got some strawberries, and see, it really doesn't take a lot. I think I chopped up 4 strawberries for you, and I chopped up 3 strawberries for me over here. And so you can see we're just sort of, although Sam is very generous. Sam, hold yours up. Sam's cup is already full. I like to leave a little bit of room because that's a lot for me. So you'll see as you make this what is good for you in the morning, because those grains are going to be very filling and it's going to last with you. So would you like to do the kids or for teens and adults?
You know, I do the teens and adults often, so I'll do kids. I'll switch it up.
Okay, hey, switch it up. There you go. Okay. So this is really great for, I'm going to talk about teens. You can talk about the kids under 12. Okay. So for teens, when they're really having a hard time in school socializing, or perhaps finding their cooperative behavior, I'm doing 4 squirts per jar. This is a wonderful formula because it pushes the bad bugs out of the GI tract, and we see things like leaky gut heal with Belly Mend. We are supporting that gut-brain axis in our study. Kids were more cooperative, loving, and had more speech. Mm-hmm. So that was really cool. And so what can we say for those that are under 12?
Well, you took one of mine. I was going to say that it helps enhance speech.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it also assists with if you have children that may be a little more on the hyper side.
Hyper, so that's more going to be more calm.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this is going to be more supporting their ability to be cooperative.
Okay.
Like we saw in our study that kids just played together where that hadn't played before.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of the same for both. But I think the atmosphere is very different. You know, teens, it's very difficult at times.
Yeah.
There's a lot of peer groups and there's just a lot of things we're doing with shifting hormones and things like that. So with our little kids, it's more about how are they interacting with teacher? Are they able to sustain doing work? And I feel like with teens, it's getting, you know, they're out here a little bit more where littler kids are inside. So the other thing that I like to add for good measure is I will add a live probiotic, which is what we have here. This is by Claire Labs. And so what I'm going to do, this actually here at BioRay, we buy this in bulk. So it's about 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I just sprinkle that on top. So we're doing a prebiotic and a probiotic. And you know what's so great about this is it really makes beautiful skin. Have you ever noticed people from Norwegian, you know, Scandinavian countries, how gorgeous their skin is? This is a staple in their households. They do a muesli, yogurt, and fruit combination almost every day of their life as little kids growing up. And so they just have amazing skin, which is a great thing. So because we're using a non-fat, a sugar-free yogurt, I'm going to add a little honey just to give it a little on fermenting up those pre and probiotics in there.
So you would recommend a pre and probiotic daily?
I think it's a very healthy thing to do. Yes, I highly recommend it. And so now what we're going to do is you've got 2 lids, you've got 3 lids. So you take your lids, you put these on, you put them in your fridge at night, and in the morning you've got a prebiotic breakfast cereal. And look how beautiful these are. Yes. Sam, I think yours are beautiful.
Thank you.
So we're gonna fast forward tomorrow morning.
And so
when you open it, you want to blend those grains in with your belly mend or your NDF tummy and the fruit all together here, and then it's ready to go. I mean, look at that! Doesn't that look so good?
How far in advance could you make them? Just one night, or could you do like the whole week?
You could do a cup. You could do. Oh, that would be a test. I think that you could do it up to a week, but I wouldn't do it over a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then could you put other tinctures in there, or do you want to just stick to the belly stuff?
Sometimes I add mind focus to mine. It's good, right?
Delicious.
And you know, and it's almost like a dessert, but not really. And what I really love about this is how satiated I am for a couple of hours at least.
And I like how it kind of if you have a sweet tooth like me, it satisfies that. And it's a healthy way to satisfy that.
Yeah. Thanks everybody.